Astro season has officially started. It's my birthday tomorrow, and it's a new moon, so it would seem like the perfect trifecta. The only downside is it's gloomy everywhere. It's overcast, there's clouds, so this trip could either be really great or really shitty. The ideal shooting conditions would be clouds at sunset, so you get some cool cloud movement, and then clear skies at night, but it doesn't look to be that way. Nonetheless, I've been making a ton of excuses not to go on this trip. I'm going to Joshua Tree National Park, which is in theory not that far from me, but I've been making, does anybody else ever do that? Do you make excuses not to go somewhere? Like why do I do that? I owe it to myself to go on this trip. So nonetheless, packing up all my gear now, and let's head to Joshua Tree. It's hotter than I thought it was going to be. I was contemplating on the way down here as to why I was making so many excuses not to come out here today, and I came to the realization that I became a homebody. I got so comfortable with staying at home during the pandemic that was my comfort zone. That was my safe zone. So then every opportunity I had to go out and shoot, I just made excuses to stay home. So I'm really, really glad that I made the choice to come out here regardless. Now with astrophotography, you typically want clear skies, and I don't know if you can tell here, we don't have clear skies. There's a bit of patches, so I'm hoping we get some color for sunset and then it goes away, because I have 5 hours essentially to kill before sunset, so a lot can happen. With that being said, I'm gonna set up camp, I'm gonna eat some food, and then I'm gonna hike around to find some spots to shoot. Let's get to it. Lunch is cooking. Hopefully you can hear me, because it got really windy out of nowhere, which is kind of nice because it could potentially blow the clouds away, but it also is going to suck if it's windy at night, because not only is it going to get dusty, it's going to cause vibration for my camera, which means I can't do astro or long exposure. So I'm still happy regardless that I came out despite all of the excuses I made this morning not to come out, because I'm here now. Even if I get not one single photo, the fact that I get to sleep under the stars for the first time in like a year. Speechless. I have no words. I don't know how to describe it. I just got about 3 hours till sunset and about 15 more minutes till my food cooks. And then we'll take some hikes, try to figure out where we're going to shoot sunset. Found the composition. I really like this Joshua Tree. It's not too far from camp, so I can keep an eye on it. Now it is facing the opposite direction of where the sun sets. The sunset's actually over here to the west, but the Milky Way sort of rises this way, and if the clouds leave, I want to see it rising. Currently I'm shooting this headshot at 35. I will be using the Zeiss 18 so I can get a real wide shot here. I'm going to be shooting some compression time lapses over here towards the sun with my moon bazooka, the Sigma 150 to 600. I'm gonna start this time lapse first, that way I can show you guys the setting, and then I'll set this time lapse up. It's pretty freaking windy. I'm honestly have low expectations for astro, but I'm very hopeful about these two time lapses. Got about 3 hours to kill still, so I'm gonna hike around and see if there's another composition that I want to shoot, just in case. o'clock in the morning. I just woke up and the Milky Way is right where I want it. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking. I'm going to hike over and get some shots because I have roughly about an hour to an hour and a half to get the shots that I want. So enough with this rambling. Let's get shooting. Last night was fantastic. I went to bed about 8:30, 8:45. The wind died down, the clouds cleared up, the skies were super clear. Milky Way, the core was gonna rise around 2, so I woke up about 2. Got about 2.5 hours of shooting this morning. This is exactly what I needed for my birthday. A lot of people were asking me if I was gonna treat myself or buy myself something special for my birthday. And honestly, this was all I wanted. I hadn't gone out and shot and gone on an adventure in probably over a year if I did some calculations because of the pandemic. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the moment. I'm gonna eat my breakfast before it gets cold, drink my coffee, and just really enjoy this moment. Thank you guys for stopping by.